Let me thank my colleague, Honorable Madaki, for bringing this motion. I think it has come at the right time. More especially, Mr. Speaker, as a first-timer, before our inauguration, I was made to understand from Nigerians who are accusing the House or the Parliament of connivance that every member has a special line that they give, which is free of charge. That is the understanding. So when I arrived here, I was waiting to see whether that line will be given to me. And no line was given to me. So I think it's good that we're letting Nigerians that we have concern over these issues that are happening. And I'm happy that my other colleagues who have contributed, they have contributed in a way that they are saying we should look at the whole issue holistically, especially as it relates to the issue of even the service we are getting from these lines which we have, which most of the time are very erratic. In fact, I wonder why it is so in Nigeria, and it is only in Nigeria that these things happen, and nobody is saying anything. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm in full support of this motion, and it's coming at the right time, and I think we need to show Nigerians that we're up to the task to protect their own interests. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
By mobile service providers in Nigeria. The House notes that every mobile phone comes with their caller tunes, which owners of the telephone chooses. Further note that the choice of any caller tunes does not attract any charges. Aware that Section 4(1)(b) of the NCC Act 2003 mandate the Commission to protect and promote the interests of consumers against unfair practices, including but not limited to matters relating to tariff, charges for, and the availability and quality of communication services, equipment, and facilities. Further aware that in the recent past, mobile phone services providers in Nigeria started charging their subscribers for caller tunes unsolicited in contravention of the NCC Act 2003. Worried those unsolicited caller tunes are most often offensive and unpleasant. Again, worried that the service providers charge fees on such unsolicited caller tunes. Alarmed that such charge negatively affects subscribers' means of livelihood. Concerned that if such unsolicited caller tunes and the charges, which are arbitrarily done, are not checked, subscribers to the mobile phone service provider would be continuously shortchanged. Resolve to urge the Nigerian Communication Commission to direct the service providers to put to a halt unsolicited caller tunes and the charges thereto. Mandate the Committee on Communication, when constituted, to liaise with the NCC and put to a halt unholy practices by service providers.
So what these service providers are doing is not only unethical, it's immoral, and they are charging fees for those things. Yes. So I believe we should put a halt to it as a house that defends the interests of the people at all times. I humbly submit that pass this resolution and it receive the blessing of all of us. Thank you very much.
Already, there are certain laws that are being broken by this singular act by the service providers. One, Mr. Speaker, we have laws against solicitation. That is being broken. We have consumer protection laws. That is being broken. Mr. Speaker, there are laws against harassment. It is a form of harassment, and that is being broken. Mr. Speaker, we have laws against privacy, and that is being broken. As a matter of fact, the Constitution protects and guarantees our privacy. But when you invade my telephone set and my line, you have invaded my privacy. But just for clarity, let me read section 37 of the Constitution. It says the privacy of citizens, their homes, correspondence, telephone conversations, and telegraphic communications is hereby guaranteed and protected. So therefore, Mr. Speaker, this motion touches on major areas of a citizen's life. And it is from that perspective that I want us to look at it. In setting up any committee we're going to set up, let it be holistic. Let us identify the laws that are already in place that are being violated by the acts of these service providers, and so that we can bring down the hammer. We can bring down the hammer, and wherever they come from, whether it's South Africa, whether it's Dubai, these service providers, there are laws that protect their citizens against such things. Nigeria is not a dumping ground. Nigeria is not a place where anything goes. Nigeria is not a place where the legislature does not support its citizens. And I think that on that note, I think this motion is extremely important, and it's something we should give the kind of importance it deserves. Thank you.
Having listened to the leader of the House, and since it's not possible for everybody's name to be listed, what I will just enjoy the